Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the science, the psychology, and, most importantly, the highly actionable strategies behind work-life balance. We're going to deconstruct how you can reclaim your time, lower your daily stress levels, and build a sustainable routine that actually works for you. Let's just jump right into it. Have you ever felt exhausted even after a weekend? Like you wake up on a Monday morning after 2 full days off and you just feel completely and utterly drained, almost like the weekend didn't even happen. Well, if you're nodding your head right now, I need you to hear this. You are definitely not alone, and it's absolutely not a personal failure. It's actually a symptom of a much larger structural issue with how we approach our daily work lives. All right, let's get into section 1, the burnout epidemic, uncovering the hidden toll of modern work. For the longest time, society has kind of treated workplace stress as a sign of weakness, or maybe an inability to just hustle hard enough. But the reality is that our modern work design has created a literal systemic crisis. Get this, a staggering 72% of U.S. workers are currently reporting moderate to high levels of stress. That leaves just 28% experiencing low stress. That means nearly 3/4 of the people around you, your colleagues, your friends, your family, are actively dealing with severe stress or actual burnout right now. This is the highest level recorded in over 7 years, which really shows we're living in a culture of chronic overwork. But what's actually causing all this? Well, interestingly enough, burnout isn't just a simple byproduct of working long hours. 43% of workers specifically blame excessive workload for their burnout. But here's the catch. Workload today means something way different than it used to. Today, it's heavily driven by communication overload and constant, relentless context switching. I mean, when you spend 11% of your day just in messaging apps and another 12% trapped in meetings, your brain literally never gets the chance to do deep, focused work. Your attention is entirely fragmented. Which brings us to section 2, the true cost of overwork, when stress becomes physical. Because here's the thing, long-term stress doesn't just stay neatly confined to our laptops. When it's left unmanaged, it takes a profound physical toll on our bodies. The stakes of ignoring this problem are just incredibly high. Chronic workplace stress is directly linked to high blood pressure, really poor sleep, severe fatigue, and chronic muscle tension. You know, like that massive knot in your back that just won't go away. And beyond the physical stuff, it actively drives severe mental health challenges, including anxiety and depression. Your body literally keeps the score. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that physical toll actually feels like in the real world. Listen to this quote from Michelle. She's a former festival manager who was juggling 3 jobs, including night shifts. She said, "My body felt so heavy. There was a sense of being constantly out of control." Michelle actually had to step away entirely because her physical exhaustion just became completely unbearable. Her story is such a powerful reminder that recovery only starts when we admit we need help, stop pushing through the pain, and willingly take a step back. So let's move into section 3, reclaiming your time. Frameworks to take back control. Okay, so how do we actually fix this? I am so enthusiastic about these practical productivity frameworks because they are actual real-world tools you can use starting tomorrow morning to fix this imbalance. First up is an absolute classic, the Eisenhower Matrix. Basically, it forces you to divide your tasks into 2 distinct categories, urgent and important. Urgent tasks require immediate attention. They're the literal fires you have to put out today. Important tasks, on the other hand, are the strategic things that actually move the needle and provide long-term value. By visually sorting your tasks exactly like this, you can massively reduce your daily cognitive load. You stop doing low-value busy work just because it's shouting at you, and you start protecting your time for the work that actually matters. Now, once you know what's important, how do you actually schedule your day? Well, I absolutely love the 3-3-3 rule. It is a beautifully structured, highly actionable daily routine. Here's how it works. First, you block out 3 hours for deep, uninterrupted work on your most important project. Next, you tackle 3 shorter, urgent tasks, things like key emails or quick document reviews. And finally, you knock out 3 maintenance activities, like organizing your desktop or prepping tomorrow's to-do list. It's a game changer because it guarantees you make meaningful progress without burning yourself out on a never-ending to-do list. Now, what's really fascinating is how this next concept completely changes our relationship with time itself. This is Parkinson's law. It states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Honestly, this is a total light bulb moment. Think about it. If you give yourself a whole Sunday to clean out your inbox, it is going to take all Sunday. The available time just invites you to overpolish, second guess, and delay. The solution here? You must use hard external stops. Give a task 45 minutes before a hard deadline, and just watch how quickly and efficiently you get it done. No way around it. Let's pivot to Section 4, Setting Digital Boundaries, Disconnecting in a Remote World. In a world where remote and hybrid work have essentially become the norm, the physical line between the office and our homes has completely vanished. I mean, your living room is now your boardroom. And while 71% of people say working from home actually helps their work-life balance, there is a massive catch. Because we are basically always within arm's reach of our laptops, remote work severely blurs the lines. In fact, we see nearly a third of salaried employees working way outside standard business hours. When your office is literally in your pocket, you are always at work, unless you intentionally build walls to protect your time. I want to draw some inspiration from France here. They actually passed a literal right to disconnect law. It legally protects a worker's right to totally ignore work-related electronic communications during non-work hours. Now, while you might not live in a country with this specific legal protection, you can absolutely empower yourself to adopt this exact mindset. You have the right to protect your off hours without feeling a single ounce of guilt. So the absolutely crucial point here is implementing your own personal right to disconnect. Here are some bite-sized, empowering life hacks to help you do just that. First, just delete work apps like Slack or email from your personal phone. Really, if you absolutely can't delete them, aggressively sign out of your accounts the second your workday ends. And finally, communicate your availability super clearly to your team. Tell them, hey, I am logging off at 5 p.m., but if there's an absolute emergency, here is my phone number. Reclaim your digital space, guys, and protect your peace. Bringing it all home with Section 5, A Balanced Future, Making the Shift Today. We have covered a lot of ground in this explainer today, from the very real physical toll of burnout to some highly specific rules of time management. So it's time to bring all this actionable advice together into a balanced future that you can legitimately start building today. Let's do a super quick recap of our core boundary setting tips. First, prioritize your life using the Eisenhower matrix so you always know what's truly important. Second, structure your daily energy using the 3-3-3 rule. Third, cap your tasks using Parkinson's law with hard, non-negotiable stops. And fourth, enforce a strict digital disconnect the very moment your workday ends. If you take away anything today, I want you to remember this. Rest is not a reward for finishing your work. Rest is a vital, absolutely non-negotiable part of the plan. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. What is one positive change you will make today to reclaim your time and rest? Seriously, don't wait until next week. Pick one thing to do today. Maybe it's deleting your work email off your phone right now or setting a hard stop for 5 p.m. today. Log off, set a boundary, and prioritize your well-being. We've honestly only just scratched the surface of the psychology behind chronic overwork, so once you set that first boundary, keep exploring how your environment shapes your habits. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.